some more examples for the table adjustments. So the table can slide left and right, and you can also flip it around and mount it the other way. For example, if you need the slots in a different position. Of course, you can also slide it in and out a fair bit, and this mainly comes into play when you tilt the platen. If you tilt the table and then rotate the main rod and clamp it in between, you can actually achieve compound angles. And to really get the most use out of this adjustment here, we need to put the grinder into horizontal mode. So here's how that works once again, and this time with everything installed, the grinder also stays vertical when you unlock it, which is why the pin only needs to engage in horizontal mode. So when you're in horizontal mode, there's a few ways to set up the table. If you don't need the entire belt and just want to do a quick setup, you can just slide the table all the way to the left, and that way you get about 60% of the platen surface to use. But if you really need the entire length, that's where this feature comes into play. You just flip this part around and then the table can be installed from the other side, and that way you can use the entire platen surface to grind. And then you can use the height adjustment to make sure the belt doesn't just get worn out in one area. And of course you can also still change the angle on the table. Of course you can also still change the belts in this mode. It works exactly the same way, and so does the tracking. So someone asked me if the table setup is rigid enough, and since the system is so flexible,